a short time ago. This crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Carolina Panthers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 29, Cousins. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Cousins now. And he's able to find Diggs. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. First down, here's the run with Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And that takes us from second to third down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he finds Cook. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Boy, no chance as he was met and rock behind the line there.
It's fourth down.
So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This from 54 yards away. And that's off the right upright, and it bounced. This is away, no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards and a Panther first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing is Newton. And Thomas has it. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Now it's Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Really in a hole here, 3rd and 17 following the 2 negative plays. The shotgun snap for Newton. Flush to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to... Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And the Vikings pick up the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They start the drive with Cook. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Trey Boston up to make the tackle.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he will have the 1st down here as he's up to the 15. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the 3rd down conversion. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
A good pick up there of 20 yards. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Cousins. Flushed out right. Now he's going to let it go deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the... Nice grab. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 8 yards of the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Mike Zimmer's made his decision, and that decision is to try and go for this thing on 4th down.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears. Hey, flip him.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there. A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here 1st and 10. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the 16, Newton. Eluding the pressure right. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. This time they stay on the ground. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So no scoring in our first half. What will the second half bring as we are now back underway? That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. So a stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
And they won't get a chance to bring this one back. It goes out of bounds, back near their own 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. There are 0 points on the scoreboard for either side. It'll be interesting to see what adjustments were made. The defenses have obviously been great.
So if you like defense, this is a classic game. This is what you're looking for. But now you're trying to figure out how to gain.
And that's caught inside the 35. Cousins finding Diggs on a big one, and even 50 yards. Well, you had all halftime to think about what you wanted to do to start the second half. They came out with a big one.
Does that not beg the question? What was happening in the other locker room at halftime? Was that the one play they didn't cover as a possibility? Because they just gave up a big, big game.
A fight for the football, and and it's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. CD, with that incompletion, let's talk AFC playoff picture. I think you and I agree that if you put together any sort of power rankings, we'd put Baltimore number one, certainly in the AFC. But you look ahead to the playoffs getting started on January 4th. Who do you see as their main competitor for that Lamar Hunt trophy?
Well, tradition and us not wanting to be wrong dictates that we say New England next. And rightly so, because of the number of Lombardi trophies they've won, how they've always played at this time of year. But the bottom line to me is the prime contenders right now for Baltimore, Kansas City. Patrick Mahomes has got it together. The defense is playing better. And Buffalo really showed me something when they beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh on a Sunday night in Week 15.
And he'll be stopped here well short of the first down at the 24-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Pilardi now on the punt as he sends this one away. And he fields it cleanly. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shaq Thompson coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A 1st down there on a pickup at 25.
What we got?
1st down. Here's Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Those free safeties, they get to sit back there if they've got good pass rushers like this team does. Read like a book. He read it like a book and took it in for 6.
And if they use their eyes well and their anticipation skills, they can make big plays, just as what we saw, a free safety's dream. Follow the football, go to it, and take it the other way.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Try to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. It's complete to Diggs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there. 1st down, Vikings. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th.
Man, I got you. Alert.
61, matchbox right.
Watch twist. Watch
Black.
alert flag.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Off the edge, Mario Addison gets the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. They go play action. Cousins lets it fly for Thielen. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A big play there. Cousins to Thielen. 49 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the 24-yard line.
Throwing on second down. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a second and goal. Now Cousins. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Newton, meanwhile, here connecting with McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to the 4 right about there, and that's about it. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this second and 9. Here's McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Newton's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Newton's pass is on target to Moore. The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Mike, good route here.
Following the interception, Cousins. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, second and 10.
Right there, 54, right there.
He's back to throw. Being chased out left. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark, really, start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
It's caught by Treadwell. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up fourth down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first. And he did exactly what they needed him to do. Charles got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
56, Mike, 56.
Here's Cousins. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Nice solid gain there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. Cousins to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there. But now it's third down. Third and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure, and if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback, and then make sure you blanket the field.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Cousins. The quick slant caught. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
This is where hustle and urgency come into play. I think you've got to get up there and spike it.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things. And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range, not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that.
I'm going to come back to you.
8. Ready.
And he'll take this for a short gain on what will prove to be the final play of this ball game. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or...
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They set for their first drive here in overtime, and this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants...
And he is in for the score! And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.